is the marriage between DJI Osmo Action and DJI Osmo Pocket will create the perfect video camera? Let's find out. Hey friends, Gary here. Welcome to today's video. Today I want to share about my dream video camera. So this is not going to be related to micro four thirds directly, because obviously we're talking about video camera specifically, not photography camera. But you know, it's kind of related in a way. I'm recording most of the videos on my channel using DJI products like the DJI Osmo Pocket that's currently recording this video, Pocket 3, and sometimes also the Action 4, and also sometimes just using my phones, especially when I'm out, not in the studio, when I'm traveling. I always love to utilize these little video cameras because they are just so convenient. But today I want to share about the idea of what I think is the perfect version of a travel video camera in my opinion. First, allow me to share about some issues that I'm currently having with both the Pocket 3 and the Action 4. First, I'm aware that there are newer versions of these cameras. There's currently the Pocket 4 at the time of recording of this video, and also Action 5 and Action 6 for this guy. With the Pocket 3 and Pocket 4, the problem is always about the gimbal. Now the gimbal is stable. It is perfect for capturing smooth, stable video footage, and I love it for that. However, for run and gun situation, spontaneous, quick action movement, that kind of stuff, sometimes the gimbal can get in the way and it could slow things down, and sometimes I just prefer to record without gimbal at all. Now, with the Action 4, 5, and 6, the problem is that although the image quality of this camera is really good, more than good enough in fact, it's utilizing a system where everything is in focus from 30 centimeters all the way to infinity. That could be nice for scenery, landscape, showing off your travel location, that kind of stuff. However, if you want to vlog like this, you have to put the camera further away, as far away as you can from your head, because your head will not be in focus, the scenery will. And also, if you want to do close up on certain subject, for example, you're eating food, you want to take a video of what you're eating, maybe you want a close up of a flower, things like that. It will not be in focus. What will be in focus will be the background, and that's just a shame. I'm aware that there are some solutions using close-up lens attachment, things like that. Yeah, I understand that it could work, but hear me out. I think it would be better if DJI or anyone else, I don't know, can create a camera that can combine the good stuff of the Pocket 3, which is obviously the image quality, the 1-inch sensor, the fast, quick, responsive, accurate autofocus, the dynamic range, and the form factor of the DJI Action camera like this one, small, compact, without gimbal, relying more on the digital stabilization. Let me elaborate these points. So first, the form factor should be something like the DJI Action right here. It doesn't have any gimbal. It relies on digital stabilization, which is perfect on this guy. I don't feel like the stabilization of the Osmo Action is lacking at all. It can take nice, smooth, stable video footage, no problem. And with this form factor instead of the Pocket 3 form factor, we have some benefits. First of all, this is much smaller without the gimbal, especially. The gimbal is kind of the weak point of the Pocket, if I can be honest with you guys. I'm always afraid that it will be broken some days, things like that. With this form factor also, it is much smaller, much more compact, and more importantly, it is more rugged. This is weather sealed. You can even submerge this camera into water, no problem at all. Whereas with the Pocket form factor, it's not weather resistant. You cannot submerge it into water, it will be broken obviously. So yeah, the form factor of the Action could be better for this imaginary perfect travel video camera. The screen, yes, the screen could be something like this, where we have dual screen, one on the front to help you with vlogging, and then also one on the back, which is excellent. Very classic action camera screen form factor, screen configuration. Or we can do something like what the Insta360 is doing with the Ace Pro camera with the flip up screen. I think that would work great as well. However, I prefer more the dual screen setup of the DJI Action, simply because there's less moving parts, so it will add into the durability and ruggedness of the camera. Next, the lens. I think the lens need to be something like the ones in the DJI Action 4, 5 or 6. So ultra wide angle lens because of the digital stabilization and provide multiple level of crops. Same like with the DJI Action, we can have the fish eye, the widest angle possible, or we can crop a little bit, linear wide, or we can crop into normal wide, that kind of stuff. Again, with digital stabilization, it just makes more sense. The problem with the Pocket optics is that it's not wide enough, especially if we're going to apply digital stabilization. It will just crop so much, and that could be a problem. Lesson learned with the Sony ZV-1F and Sony ZV-1 Mark II. And of course, I want to emphasize that we want autofocus capability with the lens. We don't want fixed focus like the Action. We want to be able to focus on things that are near and also far, like the Pocket camera. I think that's very obvious. That's what I really want in this travel video camera. Also, the camera needs to be able to handle also all sorts of different frame rates options and resolution options, but it doesn't need to go into 8K. I think 4K would just be fine. Be able to shoot in 4K slow motion. I think that would be a great thing to have. Now, to be the perfect travel video camera, this camera also needs to be able to handle audio properly. So again, ability to connect DJI wireless microphone wirelessly to the camera would be great. If not, at least give us the option to connect audio through USB-C. That would also be great as well. I think this option is available on both my Pocket 3 and also on my Action 4. So yeah, don't make it disappear. So yeah, that's all for my wish list for my dream perfect travel video camera. But enough about me. What about you? I also want to hear and learn from you. What do you think is the perfect travel video camera? What features that it needs to have? Please share on the comment down below. Also, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this camera that I dreamed of already exists. If that is the case, please also share on the comment section down below. Maybe I will take a look at it, and maybe it will be the right choice for me. So yeah, please share on the comments down below. But anyway, that's all that I want to share in today's video. Hopefully this has been interesting, entertaining, and also fun. Anyway, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my work even further, consider joining my Patreon memberships. And also check out my latest travel photography video course called Simplifying Travel Photography. Check out the affiliate links down below, or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.